Hola, y gracias por ver esta producción de Magnet Cove East. Es 5 de mayo en Arkansas. Hola, y gracias por ver esta producción
And so now we have audio. So 1 pitch, 1 out to Ashlyn Jordan. And now the count 1-2 to Briley Starks here. And that one's going to be barreled to center field and straight to the center fielder, as that will be out number 2. So Jordan and Starks go down in order. Now the other Jordan comes up. This is Addison. Big game here. Winner goes to the regional finals, as that's going to be popped up. And a lot of people commuting for it won't get there in time, as Harrington and McIntyre go over there for it. And none of them will get that. So she will reach right there. Have to see if they rule that as an error or a hit. So now Hannah Staples, the cleanup hitter, comes up with a runner in scoring position. And here's the 0-0 with 2 outs, as that one's going to be high. We were supposed to start this game at noon, and it got pushed back, kept getting pushed back from 1 to 2, now to 3, and we are playing some softball. And the 1-0, and that's going to be called strike 1. So they will rule that a hit for Jordan. Here's the 1-1 to Staples, as that's going to be just a smidge outside, so it'll be ball 2. So 2 down and a runner on second for Bigelow. And the 2-1 offering from the ace, and that's going to be foul down the third base line, and so count goes even at 2-2. 2-2 the count. And here is the offering from Harville. That's going to be just high for ball 3. And here is the payoff from Harville. That one's going to be hit up the third base line. They're going to get it over to first, and that will take care of the inning. 1 hit allowed by Harville, but a fly out and 2 ground outs get it done. And we have got a special treat for you right here, as today is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Hola, y gracias por ver esta producción de Magnet Cove East. Es Cinco de Mayo en Arkansas.
And here we are at Panther Field, as leadoff shortstop will come up here for the Panthers. It's going to be Starks in the circle. Almost a double-digit strikeout day for her yesterday, just 1 short. And here's the 0-0 from Starks, going to be high and outside for ball 1. That one's going to be called strike 1 there on McCutchen. So count evens at 1-1. And a big wave and a miss there from McCutchen to go down the count 1-2. 1-2 the count. And that one's going to be hit softly to the third baseman, Jordan, and that will take care of McCutchen. So now Gangoso will come up. Center fielder batting right-handed. She's going to take that one low. One 0 the count here after that first ball, and that one's going to be inside and in the dirt for ball 2. Count 2-0, and the pitch. That's going to catch the outside corner for strike 1. And the 2-1. It's going to be high and away for ball 3. Hitters count here for Gangoso. And the pitch from Starks, that's going to be strike 2. Full count here for the 2-hole hitting center fielder. That one's going to be tattooed foul, so stays alive here, count 3-2. And here's the 3-2. That's going to be ball 4 for Gangoso as she takes first base. So now Izzy Sawyer, the right-handed third baseman, is going to come up to bat. She shows bunt, and the stolen base down to second is not in time, so that'll be a stolen base for Gangoso. Count 0-1 here, and the offering from Stark's going to be put into center field, and not in time. But they do call her out at second. So that will take care of that inning. So a fly out and a double play at second will take care of the inning. We'll be back with the top of the second after this break. Here we are back in the Cove with some softball as it's going to be Bigelow bats up here as Curtis Mayo and Weaver are due up. We appreciate you tuning into the Mountain Cove High School East YouTube page. This regional tournament is sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association, and I am Dalton Reed, a sophomore here at Magnet Cove. I'd like to give a special shout out to our administration who makes this possible. And most certainly our East facilitator, Coach Shane Hartzell. But a great thanks to the Arkansas Activity Association for giving us the broadcasting rights to do this. So Curtis, the right fielder, will step in, who had a 2 RBI double yesterday. That gave them the lead when they needed it, and so Curtis is going to softly ground that one to second, and that will take care of the first out. So now Mayo's going to come up to bat right here. Nobody on with 1 out. And the 0-0. That one's going to be fouled in on the hand, so that'll be strike 1. And here's the 0-1 from Harville. That one's going to be fouled back and out of play from Mayo. And here is the 0-2. And a check swing. They're going to say she didn't go around. Count 1-2 and the pitch, and that's going to be a big wave and a big miss. So Mayo goes down on strikes. That will be Harville's first strikeout of the game. So Weaver, the left fielder, will step in. Two outs here for Weaver. Harville readies and the pitch. That's going to just miss for ball 1. And here's the 1-0. That one's going to be hit high. Harville calls for it, and she will take care of it. And so a ground out, a strikeout, and a pop out will take care of Bigelow here in the top of the second. Here comes the Panthers, the Magnet Cove Panthers, in the bottom of the second. Here we are as Kinsley takes ball 1 there and takes strike 1 right there. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Panthers as Shears comes to the plate here. And the 1-1. It's going to be low for ball 2. For Shears, the 4-hole hitting catcher. She will take ball 3 right there, so a hitter's count for the catcher. And she's going to take strike 2 to make the count full from Starks. And the pitch, and that's going to be hit up the third base line. Jordan's going to field it cleanly and get it over to Mayo, and that will be an out. So Addison takes care of that one. So now Harville will come up to bat. And the pitch. Harville's going to lay off that one for ball 1. That's going to be ball 2 right there as Harville's ahead in the count 2-0. And here's the 2-0, and that one's going to be inside for ball 3. And the pitch, that's going to be outside for ball 4. So the second walk of the afternoon issued by Starks puts Harville on first base. And that one's going to be hitting the center field hard, and that will be a single there for Hadley Harrington. So now the 7-hole hitter McIntyre will step in. 1 out here, 1 runner in scoring position for the freshman. And the 0-0. That one's going to be taken for ball 1. And here's the 1-0. That's going to be ball 2. And the pitch, that's going to be called ball 3. Swalk would load the bases. And the pitch, it's going to be called strike 1. And the pitch, that one's going to be fouled off there by McIntyre. Full count for the 7-hole hitting freshman. And the pitch, that one's going to be grounded down the third base line, but foul. Three, 2 the count, and the pitch from Starks. That one's going to be barreled for a base hit. That's going to get past the center fielder. And they're going to try to score 2. And that's going to turn into a triple for Braylon McIntyre as Staples judges it wrong in center field. And so that'll be a 2 RBI triple. Wow, what a piece of hitting. So that gets past Staples in center field, and that will turn into 2 runs. And now Corey Dawson up to bat. She was the player of the game. Dawson had a beautiful game yesterday. As you can see right here, she went 2 for 3 with a walk and a grand slam, but just a ball hit to straightaway center. She just tattooed that thing. And so that foul ball will make it strike 1. Count 1-1 here to Dawson. And the pitch. And that one's going to be barreled to the second baseman. They get it over, and that's going to be an error there from Mayo, and that's going to score another run for the Panthers. And Coach Mayo wants to talk about how this inning has come, so we will be back with the last two-thirds of this inning after this break. So we are back here as Dawson's on second, and McIntyre comes home after the errant throw from Gifford to first. So now the 9-hole hitter Roberts will step in with a runner in scoring position, and Panthers are up 3. As Roberts is going to lay off that one low for ball 1. And the 1-0. That one's going to be tattooed but fouled down the first base line. So count 1-1 here to the 9-hole hitting left fielder. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the offering from Starks is going to be inside for ball 3. Starks having some location issues here in the first couple innings of this game. And the 3-1. That's going to be high for ball 4. So that flips the lineup back over to Marley McCutchen, the leadoff hitter. And the pitch, that's going to be called strike 1 there on the shortstop. And the 0-1 offering from Starks is going to be hit foul down the third base line. So count goes 0-2 for McCutchen. Two strikes here for McCutchen. Choked up on the bat in the right-handed batter's box, and the pitch, and the off-speed is going to be foul. Oh, to the count here, 1 out, leadoff hitter at the plate, runner on second. And the pitch from Starks, and that's going to be fouled back behind the press box and out of play. And that's going to be ball 2. Or excuse me, ball 1. And here's the 1-2 from Starks. That one's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. And the 2-2. That one's going to be barreled for a base hit. They're going to keep Dawson at third, but bases are juiced with Panthers with only 1 out. Now again, Goso will step in. Center fielder. She walked in her last at bat and had a stolen base, and she will take strike one. And the 0-1. And she lays off the off speed for ball one. And the 1-1. That's going to be a dribbler, and two people go for it. And she will be safe, and Mayo falls over there as Gangoso goes to second, and so that will be a wonky play right there that scores 2 runs for the Panthers. So now Sawyer will come up, and a runner on third, that being Marley. And runner on first is Gangoso. As that one's going to be called foul. It seems like today mentally Bigelow has struggled. Just a lot of little errors have hurt them as the Panthers have scored 5 at the bottom of this second. So that's going to be a ball, and Gangoso will take second. As that one's hit up to the third baseman, she fields it cleanly and gets it over there to Mayo for the second out. But another run will score for the Panthers. So now Brashears will step in. 2 outs now after that ground out. And the pitch, and that's going to be ball one. And they're going to try to go home, and the pass ball will score. So the wild pitch there takes effect as Panthers are up 7-0. Errors have really hurt the Bigelow Panthers in the bottom of the second if they've given up 7. And the pitch. That one's going to be barreled to the shortstop. Over to first, and the dig there from Mayo takes care of the inning, but not before the Panthers score and drop a lucky 7 here in the bottom of the second. We're going to the top of the third, and Bigelow trying to battle back after this break. here we are at Panther Field as Matillo, Gifford, and Jordan are due up for the Bigelow Panthers. They've got a hole to dig themselves out of now after the Magna Cove Panthers dropped 7 runs in the bottom of the second. So the catcher right here for Bigelow up to bat. And the 0-0 from Harville is going to be inside. Harville readies her 1-0. And the pitch. That one's going to be hit up to the first baseman. That's going to get over under Dawson's glove, and so that will be a hit for Patillo. So now Gifford up to bat here, the 9-hole hitter. Harville readies her 0-0, and that one's going to be fouled back in the netting behind home plate. Count 0-1 here to Gifford. And the pitch. That's going to be called ball 1. And the pitch, and that's going to be inside for ball 2. Harville readies her 2-1, and the pitch. That's going to be called strike 2 on the inside corner. Gifford even in the count here, 2-2. And the pitch from Harville. Off speed in the dirt. It's going to be ball 3. Full count here. And the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Harville readies her payoff once more, and the pitch, and that's going to be foul. Great at bat here from Gifford as she's able to have been staying alive with 2 strikes. Now the count full, and we'll do the payoff once more. That's high and away, and a walk from Harville is issued to Gifford. That flips the lineup back over to Ashlyn Jordan, the shortstop. Two runners on here for Bigelow. That's going to be ball 1 taken. One 0 the count here. And the pitch to the shortstop. As that is going to be ball 2. And the pitch from Harville. And a big wave and a miss there from Jordan. Makes the count go 2-1. And the 2-1 from Harville. Coming outside for ball 3. Harville readies her 3-1. And the pitch. A big wave and a miss there from Jordan, so count goes full. Another payoff here from Harville. And a big wave and a miss, and Harville wins that one as she strikes out Jordan on the payoff. That's Harville's second strikeout of the afternoon as Briley Stark steps in. That's going to be strike 1. And the 0-1 is going to be hit softly. And almost a double play right there. But the throw errant. So McCutchen snares that one. And almost a double play to first, but the throw just a little short, and Dawson not able to make the dig. Now ball strike 1. And the 0-1. The off speed's going to be ball 1. Harville wanted that call. And the pitch. That's going to be ball 2. Harville readies her 2-1 to Jordan, and that's going to be ball 3. Get a bat here from the third baseman. We had a blooper to right field for a hit. Three, 1 the count. And the pitch from Harville. It's going to be outside for ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. So now Staples comes up to bat. Bases loaded here for the Panthers in the top of the third. And the pitch. That's going to be ball 1 from Harville. As that is going to be ball 2 right there offered from Harville. Two straight balls here from Harville to start off this at bat. And the 2-0. So that's going to be called strike one. Two, one here, Harville readies. And the pitch to Staples. That's going to be grounded. And she will be called out at first base. And the Bigelow fans do not like that. And that will end there as they leave them loaded in the bottom of the third. We're going to the bottom as Bigelow leaves them loaded in the top of the third. We're going to the bottom of the third after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. So we have a pitching change here at Panther Field as Julia Bourne will come in for relief of Riley Starks. So it's going to be Harville, Harrington, and McIntyre due up. And the first pitch from Bourne is going to be an off-speed strike one. This is Julia's first regional appearance as Starks has thrown all of 7 innings in the first game. And the lefty gets cracked there off Bella. That's going, and that's going to the wall. That's going to be extra bases. And that will be a stand-up double for Bella Harville to lead off the inning. So the righty versus lefty matchup capitalizes there for the Panthers, as there will be a lot of those now that Bourne has come out of the bullpen and has started pitching. So now Harrington will come up, and she's going to take that one to first. And so that will take care of Harrington, but Harville will advance to third base. So McIntyre had a triple in her last at bat, which produced 2 RBIs in that 7-run bottom of the second. And the pitch from Bourne is going to be high for ball 1. And the 1-0 from the lefty. And McIntyre will watch strike 2. 1-1 the count after that first strike. And the pitch, and that's going to be barreled up from McIntyre, as that's going to go to the short, and Starks will take care of it over there. So Dawson coming up. She reached on an error. And the right-handed batter takes ball one right there to start off the at-bat. And the pitch. That's going to be barreled up by Dawson. Mayo going after it. And that's going to be strike two right there. No, excuse me, strike one. So count 1-1 with 2 outs. Harville's still on third. And the pitch. And she's going to look at strike two. Dawson choked up on the bat right here, looking to get a hit and to get an RBI. And the pitch. And that one's going to be nodded foul. So Dawson stays alive right here. 1-2 the count here to the 8-hole hitting first baseman. And the pitch, that's going to be barreled up to Mayo, and Mayo's going to take it and step on first. So Panthers threaten, leaving one runner on here in the bottom of the third. We're going to the top of the fourth after this quick break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And here we are at Panther Field, as it's going to be Curtis. My paper will flip. Curtis, Mayo, and Weaver due up, as that one's going to be hit sharply up to the shortstop there, McCutchen. And that will take care of that one. Ball was hard hit and a lot of ground cover there by McCutchen to field it and make the play at first. So now Mayo will step in. She's 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a strikeout as she fouls that one back for strike one. So that's a wave and a miss there from Mayo to go down the count 0-2. Count 0-2 to the first baseman. She's going to lay off for ball one right there. And she's going to lay off that one for ball 2. And the 2-2. And that one's going to be hit high. Sawyer calls for it, and we'll take care of it. So now Weaver, the left fielder, will step in. Brent 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a fly out. Swing and a miss there from Brent. And another big wave and a miss there from Weaver. And that's going to be called strike 3. So she goes down on strikes looking. But we would like to give a special thanks to the Arkansas Activities Association for sponsoring this regional softball tournament. All members of this tournament are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by their school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this regional softball game, is a voluntarily nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior high public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which they guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belongs to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation. We thank the Arkansas Activities Association for bringing this tournament on, and we are ready back to go here in this game, and we would like to thank Chase Hartzell for the Cinco de Mayo thing early. This is Cinco de Mayo here in Magnet Cove. It is May 5th. I guess I'll give a post shout out to all the Star Wars people out there yesterday, as yesterday being May the 4th. As Roberts is going to step in right here, and she waves and miss at that one, and she'll go down the count 0-1. The 9-hole hitter right here for the Panthers. She walked her last at bat, and she'll wave and miss at that one and go down the count 0-2. And the 0-2 from the lefty. That one's going to be hit softly to the third baseman. They're going to get it over to Mayo for the ground out. And so that will take care of the 9-hole hitting left fielder. So now Magnet still up 7-0. That flips the lineup back over to Marley McCutchen. Count 1-0 here to the leadoff shortstop after that first pitch ball. And the pitch from Bourne. That's going to be fouled back. So that will be strike 1. And the pitch from Bourne is going to be barreled there by McCutchen. And that's going to get out of here. A solo shot for the leadoff hitter will make the lead 8-0. And a beautiful left field shot there from the right-hander. And that will give the Panthers an 8-0 lead here in this district regional semifinal game. She got a hold of that one and took it for a ride. So now Gangoso will step in as the Panthers are up 8-0. In both regional games, the Panthers have hit a home run, a grand slam by Dawson yesterday, and a solo shot from McCutchen there. And Bourne says, I need a ball if you want me to pitch. So Julia will get the ball there. And the lefty will look to get out of this inning, only giving up one run, but she's got one out only. Lefty will look to recompose after that home run, and that one right there is in the dirt for ball one. Bourne readies her 1-0. And the pitch. That one's going to be hit into center field for a base hit from Gangoso. The Panthers clicking on all cylinders this afternoon as they're up 8-0. Right-hander third baseman is going to step up, and the Panthers have taken advantage of this righty-lefty matchup since Starks has checked out of the game. And the pitch. And Alexa's going to go down to second, and that will be no throw there as Alexa takes second easily. Sawyer up in the count here, 1-0. And the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball two. Two-0 from Bourne. That's going to be called strike one there to Sawyer. I'd like to give a special thanks to all the coaches and everyone that helped and clean up this field after we had some rain this morning. People from the community stepped in to help as that one's going to be barreled to the pitcher Bourne. But like I was saying, is community members came out and helped out, and we got these games going as soon as we could. The field dried out just a little bit, but a lot of field conditioner on it, and so that will be out number two as she lines out to Bourne. So Brashears takes ball one on the outside. And the pitch from Bourne, that's going to be fouled off of Brashears. That'll be strike one. And the 1-1, and they're going to try to throw down, and they will get Alexa. She tried to steal third, and that will do it for the bottom of the fourth, but not before. A solo shot from the leadoff McCutchen gives the Panthers an 8-0 lead. We'll be back with the top of the sixth after this break. And we are back here as Julia Bourne's going to step in. And the righty versus lefty matchup right here as Harville deals her ball one. She had come in for Patillo in the batting order. That one's going to be hit and snared by the third baseman, and Dawson takes care of it over there. So Bryn Weaver will step in. No, excuse me, that is Laney Gifford. So the second baseman has drawn a walk in her one at bat today. Panthers up 8-0, and the pitch, that's going to be called strike two. And here is the 0-2. It's going to be outside for ball one. And if I was a betting man, I'm going to bet with Harville's going to go with the off speed right here. Just from past experience, we'll have to see what she does here. Let's see. And the 0-2. It is going to be the off speed, and that's going to be drop third strike, but they will get it up to Dawson, and so that will take care of Gifford. That off speed had been so dominant for Harville this season. Two outs here in the top of the fifth as the lineup flips back over. And, a diving play there by Gangoso as she can't make it. And Jordan is going to make it to third. And she may wave him home as she will put the brakes on at third. So a triple there from Ashlyn Jordan. We have Tom called. And so the umps will get back in their positions. And two outs here, two Starks. And the pitch, that one's going to be inside. Here's the 1-0 with two outs. That one's going to be hit foul behind the home plate, and that will go into the netting. And the 1-1. It's going to be just high for ball two. So Starks heading the count 2-1 to Harville. And that one's going to be fouled off. Two the count here. Runner on third, two outs, and the pitch from Harville. That one's going to be fouled back. Count 2-2 here to Starks. Harville readies after a long break, and the 2-2. And that's going to be called strike 3. And Harville will get out of this jam. And so we will be right back here with more softball from Panther Field. And so that one takes care. 1 pitch, 1 out as we're back here in the bottom of the 5th. Rushiers goes down on 1 pitch. So Panthers could run roll right here if they could get 2 runs across the plate. Up 8-0, 1 out here. Bourne has come on in relief, and the pitch to Harville is going to be ball 1. 1-0 count here to the pitcher. Righty versus lefty matchup once more. And the pitch, as that's going to be way high and way inside. Two-0 count here to the pitcher. And Harville's going to take that one for a ride into left field for a single. Harville 3 for 3 on the afternoon with a walk, a double, and now a single. And so Harrington will step in, who has had a single and a ground out to the shortstop. A home run would end the game. And the pitch, and that one's going to be inside. The throw down to first is nowhere near in time. Count 1-0. And the pitch from Bourne. And that one will be another base hit. So Harrington gets her another base knock of the afternoon. And so runners on first and second for Braylon McIntyre. Oh, count here, 0-0, and the pitch to McIntyre, and that one's going to go up to the shortstop as Starks will throw it to third to get the lead runner. So Dawson will come up. Two outs here for the Panthers. And the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled back. Count 0-1 here to Dawson. And the pitch, as she will take strike 2. And the pitch from Bourne. And that's going to be just outside for ball 1. And the 1-2, and that one's going to be foul. No, fair up the third base line as Mayo will scoop it, and they will get out of this inning. Panthers leave 2 stranded in the bottom of the 5th. We're going to the top of the 6th right after this. And here we are at Panther Field as Addison Jordan, Hannah Staples, and Kyan Curtis are due up. And the 0-0, and that one's going to be fouled back down the third base line. Panthers up 8-0 here in the top of the 6th. Winner will play tomorrow at 2:30, I believe, and loser will play at noon, as that one is hit hardly to the third baseman, and over there to Dawson. She was able to regain possession of the ball and take care of Jordan. So now Hannah Staples will come in. Winner will play at 2:30 tomorrow. Loser plays at 12. So that's going to be ball 1 there as Staples takes. And here is the offering from Harville, as that one's going to be cracked, and that one's going to, as she is going to be called safe at first base, and Bigelow rejoices about that one. And that one's a wave and a miss there. As Curtis is due up right here. 0-1, and Harville offers. That one's going to be fouled down the first base line. And ready, and the pitch. That one's going to be hit high. And it is called for there by McCutchen. So now 2 outs for Bigelow. So now Mayo will come up. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. So that's going to be ball 1 there offered to Mayo. As that one's going to be hit softly to the third baseman. Sawyer takes care of that one. And so they will go down there as the ground out finishes the inning to the third baseman. We're going to the bottom of the 6th right after this. Nine, 1, and 2 due up for the Panthers. Roberts, McCutchen, and Gingoso. As ball 1 is going to be easily taken there for Roberts. So that one will be taken for ball 2. And the 2-0, and that's going to be called strike 1. And the 2-1, that was going to be fouled off there by Roberts. So goes 2-2 to count. As that's going to be called strike 3 as Roberts strikeout looking right there, and that flips the lineup back over to Marley McCutchen. She's 2 for 3 on the afternoon with a single and a solo shot to left field. So count 0-1. And the 0-1 from Bourne's going to be fouled back. So count 0-2 here to McCutchen. And the pitch from Bourne's going to be fouled back. Bourne readies the 0-2. And the pitch. That's going to be fouled back behind home plate. As that one's going to be hit to Starks at the shortstop position. That's going to be an errant throw, and they're going to send McCutchen to second. So that will end up in a single with an error. That one's going to be hit high. Gifford calls for it. And so that will be out number 2 as Gingoso pops out. And the nothing from Bourne's going to be hit there from Sawyer, and tracking in is Staples from center field. And that will take care of Sawyer on one pitch. So we're going to the top of the 7th. The last chance for the Bigelow Lady Panthers. They got to score at least 8 in the next top of the frame, or this ball game is over. We're going to the top of the 7th right after this. Weaver, Bourne, and Gifford, the last 3 options for Bigelow, as they're down 8 runs in the top of the 7th. Harville readies her 0-0, and that's going to be inside on Weaver. Now the count 1-0. And the pitch from Harville is that one's going to be inside for ball 2. Weaver 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out and a strikeout. And the 80th pitch there from Harville is going to be strike 1. And that is strike 2. So 2-2 the count. That one's going to be hitting the center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So now Julia Bourne will come up to bat. So count 1-1 here to Bourne. And that's going to be called strike 2. So Harville has 5 strikeouts on the afternoon, looking for number 6. It would be big if Harville could keep this one under 100 pitches. She's at 85 right now. And the off speed's going to go low, and so that'll be ball 2. So Bourne calls time right here. 2-2 the count here. And the pitch from Harville, that one's going to be outside. Count goes full. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 Bourne. Or 3-2. So that will be a walk there issued to Julia. As we will have time called, and we will have a circle meeting here with Coach Harrington here in the top of the 7th, as Bigelow has got something going. If they've got runners on first and second here in the top of the 7th. We'll be right back after this break. So now the 9-hole hitter right here will try to get something to keep this rally going, as we have a courtesy runner over there at first. Number 5 will check in to run for Bourne. Leadoff hitter on deck, Ashlyn Jordan. No outs here for Bella in the top of the 7th. Harville readies her 0-0, and the pitch. That's going to just miss for ball 1. And the 1-0. That's going to be called strike 1. And here's the 1-0. The 1-1, and that will be called strike 2. And now we will get the 92nd pitch from Harville, and here is going to be strike 3, as that will be her 6th strikeout of the game. Her second to Gifford. And the pitch is going to be outside. The count here to the leadoff, 1 out. Runners on first and second here in the top of the 7th. That one's going to be cracked for a base hit. And so that will easily score Weaver from second as that's up the third base line. And Bigelow scores 1 here in the top of the 7th, and they've got it brewing. So now Starks will step in. And that one's going to be hit high. And Hadley backpedals just enough to make out number 2. Starks, that makes her 0 for 4 on the day. So Addison Jordan, the last hope for the Bigelow Panthers if they want to play in a regional final tomorrow. That's going to be called strike 1 low. So, strike 1 looking there. Harville at 96 pitches. That one's going to be hit high. This could do it. Roberts comes on and makes the catch. And the Panthers are going to play for a district final tomorrow. And they get out of this one. Panthers win 8-1 here at Panther Field. A 6 strikeout performance from Bella Harville, and she gets it done in 97 pitches. So that was just a great day from Harville as she keeps it under the 100 pitches count. And we're going to play the winner of Mount Vernon. Magnet Cove will play the winner of Mount Vernon and Quitman tomorrow at 2:30. And Bigelow will play the loser of Mount Vernon and Quitman at noon. So y'all stay tuned on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube page. And this was a good one here at Panther Field as Magnet Cove comes out on top 8-1. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Dalton Reed, and I'm signing off for this one.